take out that enchanter quickly. Go for some light reading. What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
What happened here?
Find Alexius. That's all that matters.
They haven't noticed us yet. Good opportunity to look for higher ground. Get that enchanter!
climb up and shoot them in the arse from above.
Kill the Enchanter!
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
Want help with that?
I could do that if you wish.
much damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Watch the stairs! Are they afraid? Let's take them by surprise. Like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers. Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Look at what you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
It does matter. I will undo this.
How many times have I tried? The past cannot be undone. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, there is nothing else. The Elder One comes, for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius. What have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
No. No!
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. He didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't it? This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now! The Elder One.
Frigg. That's how they won. How it won. If you can make it right, make it never happen, I'll fight. We'll fight.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours. Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die! You'll have to do better than that.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Anora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
After this, stick them up a tower.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
I know we need them for the breach, but they could do as much damage as the demons themselves. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
Closing the breach will require a lot of magic, and that means lyrium. I have contacts who can help.
Contacts meaning smugglers? Send them word. We need every advantage.
We have legitimate lyrium supply lines already.
And they don't need to hear of this.
Keep it under the table, and I'll do what I can to quiet rumors.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Maker willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
All right.
At your service. Let's see what we have.
Come to me, child, and I shall... embrace you.
Mages. Lovely. Suppose their gold spends as well as anyone else.
There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do. Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people at the only... Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did? What of it?
We'll talk more later.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh yeah? Interested, are you?
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline, hence my question.
Hence? Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways, anyway?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden.
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
There are no connections you want to mention at all?
Nope.
How very Kunari of you.
What?
Never mind.
Good, right?
You're not like most of the elves I've met.
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? Suppose I could go barefoot and whine more. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense.
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not like an elf.
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed. I know enough. Speaking of...
4?
This Elder One. And now again at Redcliffe. A being who has...
Greetings.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate.
Not the wise...
I appreciate...
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would...
You said...
This... Some of the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with...
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories.
That's just it. One moment. The next, I see an...
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied a...
Not at all. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even Wisps, curious.
I'm impressed.
Anyone who could... Yet? Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit? I... Thank you.
What made...
I grew... But as I treasured my dreams. Being awake.
Did spirit...
No more. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness.
I got...
No.
Why?
Two reasons. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by... Thank you.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers? On the... I do... The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given Southern...
If that means...
Ha!
I'd be...
I never...
So it...
Not at first. Thing is, not that this is reason to oppress us.
Have you gone...
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked... I suppose he had... It occurs to me that you're a mage. I meant... Meaning, you were locked away like a criminal, at least until you rebelled. It's such a...
There are what?
Death. Some... It's more surprising that every... Maybe... Good luck with that, by the way. Grand Fun being the one in charge.
It...
Beyond...
Be...
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed. Which is...
I'm...
No. Naturally. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my...
What did...
They got me. A cautionary tale that you... Not everyone feels that way. I don't.
What?
Because if they... I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home.
What?
Not that it... I'm sure some magisters would disagree. But that's what...
I think...
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself. Rob, I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be...
Secretly. Many magisters...
It would be...
I think we've been... else. Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an...
We're not...
You think the Herald... I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
Any... And...
Not... Back home, it's... how it is. Slaves are...
You think...
I didn't... In... Back home, some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is...
At least...
You think people... I don't know. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe...
It's...
The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is
What?
The... It's odd that outside the Imperium...
If you're...
I'm an Altus, which is almost as...
I've no...
Upper class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fan.
I thought...
Even so. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest...
If it's a...
Yes, let me put... If you're not... The idea that anyone could be a mage, however...
Can...
Tech. More imp... So they hope... Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a
Being...
I imagine... Counting... If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha...
Let me ask...
Of course.
The...
You? If you mention... But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it.
Is...
Perhaps it started with good intention.
They don't use...
Mostly they enforce their magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't. In the It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Why?
It's down. So we elected a man as divine. Don't. Same reason you never see a man on the sunburn.
Do you...
It might surprise you that I do consider myself. It is a relic, whether back home or... It's not an opinion that makes me popular. That's not... I'll say...
In me?
That you are what we needed most at the moment we needed.
You don't...
If you... The Maker doesn't need me to believe.
Let me...
So many questions.
Just...
Oh.
Not...
That's, of course, what people call blood magic here.
What?
Blood... The problem... That... Behind... It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power.
You'd...
Once. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused.
There must be...
Of course. Okay. Me. Most learn to keep quiet. Me?
That's all I...
Fair enough.
I should go.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. One thing you saw in the... But red lyrium in Ferelden, finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in...
I'm with you on that. I've got... But that's enough. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
We can't know what's coming.
I can't disagree with that. But maybe you should try to Things should be... If the world's about to... Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined.
Are you from Ferel?
Free marches. And despite whatever you've heard, no. Kirkwall's not that bad. No problem. Need something?
The red lyrium we...
My brother we located... Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host... I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or...
One make...
Regular... Red lyrium. And then, it also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept it...
How did the...
I don't... So as far... Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That...
I think that...
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
I know you're worried.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger... Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charge, despite evidence to the contrary. The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should. Who do you mean?
What do you think of our...
We have... But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like work?
I may not... Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly. But Lillian...
Are you fat?
Our number... Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order.
They've proven invaluable in training.
I should let you get...
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. We want better qual...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our...
How?
Deal. It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice?
Oh, I don't... And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering.
I'm not. I'm thinking less flatter. Yes?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
You don't...
What? My uncle... Thus I did not see Navarra. The real Navarra until much later. By then I realized I knew it not...
Your...
They had the misfortune... The king... Thus we were raised by my uncle. A Mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living. A death... The... Navarra... It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings.
Tell me about your...
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time...
So...
Sweet. It was... The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely...
I'm sure...
to hear... Rather...
And...
I stumbled, and they... Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
I think...
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest...
I'll let you get...
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use. Now, biggest problem for the Inquisition, you've got no leader. No Inquisitor. Cassandra's... She's a good... It could happen. So... That's event...
If you're worried...
My blade...
Perhaps I
don't... Well, Anyway... Damn... How's it going?
I'd like to know more about your...
You've got... And then you've got the spies.
And your...
Close. They said that whole... And in the middle, me. Trying to rein...
I can't imagine that.
Nope. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job.
You'd heard what the...
Yes. The Ben Ha... That's how I ended up here. Me too.
If you ever...
Nah. Thanks.
Good day to you. Please send Visser our thanks for the refreshment.
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
If I hadn't been saved by the Inquisition's...
The breach, the Divine's death, the Wardens. It doesn't make sense.
Your experience...
Mostly the treat. What about you? How do you fit into all this?
I just want to...
A word for me, I'll be satisfied. They are... I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything...
You're on...
They're hard to come by these days. So, is there something large? I have to say, I'm flattered you'd spend any time with me. I enjoy your company. The wardens. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
Quietly killed my fair share of darks.
You...
Besides, I've always been a loner. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just...
Magic exists to serve...
Let's look around. I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
The people here should leave the area. It's too dangerous.
And go where?
Pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were...
Thank you. Yeah, it's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need. Thanks so much for your help. A pleasure to see you again.
Are you...
Yeah, it's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help. A pleasure to see you again.
I found...
Yes, these are perfect.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.